show tonight. It's not too bad anyway. So let's go. So AEW Dynamite, I'll say 8/9 is alright. So Orange Cassidy goes 1-1 against Trent Warrior. I was after a quick backstage interview with Adam Copeland, we went to Center Ring to watch OC take on Trent Warrior in a garage match. I was has a very soon has a bell ring. I was both men with throwing hands. Orange Cassidy looked more and then National took control. Normally, I was a day losing took the fight out of the ring into the crowd has OC and KGB against her. So, speaking of John Callis showed up after they made it back to the ring, and both men were trying to recover after the crowd was vocal about being unhappy to see him. He joined the family team and during the break. Obviously has Trent Warrior in OC went back and forth. And wasn't they did a good job making it look like Trent Warrior knew all of Owens Cassidy tricks. And Owens Cassidy went jump off in the barricade after the match. And wasn't in it had a contest for each. And since this fight was so personal and new, wasn't it was interested in getting to Japan, maybe so they took and long to get the fourth pinfall at Temple. And was after both men removed and after turnbuckle pad the OC. I was able to ascend Trent Warrior into the post mentioned before, warming him up after for the pin, and as soon as he was back up and Trent Warrior attack OC again. I was this was a decent battle that I wasn't made a clear feud just between those rivalries. It wasn't so fair from all the referee, set the rules a bit too much for the standard match. It was a bit most of what we saw was performed well. So after Trent Warrior hit a power double onto the steps, and as he continued due to this out and punishment, John Callis ended up taking OC away. I was a lot of Chris tried to talk to Trent. So in a way that match is Orange Cassidy. I wasn't someone in the crowd. Agile flashes to the camera and bit doing Orange Cassidy entrance. So it wasn't announced and Mason Short Taylor will be undergoing surgery soon. So after Orange Cassidy, the barricade was kind of impressive. So next match we have Mary May goes 1-1 against Haley Cameron. After Kenny Omega gave a promo from a hospital bed from last week. It was attacked, he said that at Double or Nothing he is working in the area and will be the new lead we take on FTR and two men who will be revealed. And was it at some point during the address of the show? And was it we also got in this interview with Serena Deeb, Adler in Tony Schiavone, she said, "I listened to Tony Storm is not an option for her." He spoke about how hard it was to return. Tony Storm came out and mocked her Serena Deeb and ended up knocking her out cold. Now let's look at the next match. We saw Mary May take on Henry Cameron. Adler Sevilla was at the ringside. May was flying solo. And was after Luther carried to the women's champion away. Was a former QTV had an overhand early on, but once after Mary May recovered, she began controlling the piece a bit more. I wasn't doing to the break, Sevilla by a joint May into the barricade, and while the active referee was distracted, I wasn't just ended up playing to the best performance. And wasn't we have seen from Henry Cameron into the ring and thankful AEW gave them enough time. It was so nothing felt worse. I was from Spartan. This was a solo athlete for both women. After Mary May scores in the win. I was after Manina Sakura made the save as Harry Cameron and Sylvia kept tagging her. It wasn't made scrap her up and they almost kissed again and was before to have some champagne. So it wasn't just a good since we will get Mary May and Manina Sakura. We take on Sylvia and Henry Cameron at Double or Nothing by the looks of it. So, in the winner of that match is Mary May. After Serena Deeb interview was very grounded and real. I was talking about the certain size the expenses was emotional. It wasn't just wasn't the most wrestling we haven't seen from Henry Cameron in AEW. It was nice getting to see her. I wasn't doing more, and then I wasn't adding comedy stuff for the once. I wasn't added by the club Gold was sung backstage. It had both the pink and black trios titles. So next match we have Walking Mamone goes 1-on-1 against Jay White. And once the AEW World Champion came to the ring and said he wasn't in a fighting mood because after Christian Cage and his crew attacked him last week. So I wasn't after when to slow up Brian Cage and Tom so it came from the crowd to point it back up for Sports Strickland. I was shocking Sports Strickland man attack him as Christian smiled. After this assessment was ended with Sports Strickland and being put through the announce table. So And was it at the next match we saw Say Right take on Walking Malone with a title shot at the Trios titles on the line. With the Guns were at the ringside, with Walking Malone was going it alone. And was both these men all celebrate locals, so it's not going to be big surprises. Anyone to hear they really went together. It took them almost no time to go from 0 to 60. It wasn't this match had a little bit of everything in and some of the best passes we've seen all night. So after Smith Blade wanted to end a fun performance. And to win that match is saying right. I wasn't after suddenly had a quick little video package. I wasn't that was funny seeing a man once on the show from backstage was entertaining too. I just was segment found that only as a way to react and influence to the Drake and Kendrick a lot more. I wasn't just stressed in doing the assessment, but it Manager gave a quick promo before this match. And Walking Alone is going to die looks so good. So next match we have Chris Jericho and Big Bill. We take on local talents. So we have two local talents with both in a tag team match against Chris Jericho and Big Bill this week. After Chris Jericho had a quick exchange was before tagging in Big Bill to demand I was actually Big Bill worked for the bit to 93 and take it back in and hit such this event for an easy win. And wasn't this was one of the squashes to ever squash. And the way that match is Chris Jericho and Big Bill. I think Chris Jericho personally made some mistake of saying they will in and Calgary to get some heat from the Martin crowd. So next match we have main event match. Adam Copeland was 1-1 against Buddy King in TNT title. It was the actual main event of this week, so was no disqualified match for the TNT Championship between Adam Copeland and King. This was the second defense against a member of House of Black. It was the day started out a number of a lockup inside hot lock from the King. He mostly wiped out. It was after Adam Copeland with a solo block and they took the fight out of the ring during the break. I was beginning making news of the stipulation by putting some weapons into the ring and King put the video off superstar through the window until Adam Copeland was able to use a seal to dish out some punishment. Alyssa King was busted open with a smile at Adam Copeland has sent the champion and slapped him across the face. Alyssa this match had plenty of time and lasted through the last two commercial breaks of the show. Alyssa this was a fun a physical has permits by King, and Alyssa may not have won the title, but we so said the Lord, he is a credible of being a top singles talent. Alyssa after champion retained his title, made his trademark spell to end a brilliant fight. King attacked him. Alyssa once he was back up, but Colorado came out to make such a save KOR, and Adam Copeland ended the show standing tall. So, anyway, that match is Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland's skill has a member leave on it in a few places, has announced he was over with an agent in the crowd. Brody King was standing on the apron for so long. After a while, Adam Copeland ran to the ropes to hit running, so it was awkward. So it wasn't just a pony. The first time Adam Copeland has performed in Edmonton almost in 14 years. It was a pour of blood from King's head, which White was nuts. Here's the final word. After the show ended with Mosai giving a quick interview in KOR that was asking Adam Copeland for the TNT title shot next week was it made impossible when we returned to the area. The Elite came out saying I just said the show would only ended up when they said it could. And with the cases of Cora and turned Kenny Omega, the kids like goodbye. And it was a young Bucks did something same to Tony Khan after FTR came out to respond and reveal. So last time we've seen the Young Bucks after saying after promo, they say Tony Khan is at Southfield. So Alyssa responded and revealed the promos for Don Eddie, Kingston, and Brian Dennison came out just like the team and wasn't to the ring for the fight to cut it in so this episode. It wasn't this week. Dynamite was a heavy mix of this storyline departments and massive and five may sound low for this episode of Dynamite. So I was about it work because all the folks in the non-wrestling classmates with space out will. Ray and Anka's promo was great, so I could set the ball to end. I could set the show was a fun way to hype. Looking inside the area and walking Ramon put up a phonic invasion against Say Right in a great match. I was however the best thing we saw all night was King and Adam Copeland bloody title bout. So rated R superstar continues to prove that he still got what it takes every time he steps into the ring. I was the active of the card for Double or Nothing about I'd say 18 months. I was is stepping up nicely most of AEW big stars are booked in masses now, but a few bouts will be added into the coming weeks based on what we saw on Dynamite. So let's go between on 3 community polls from today. So we have 33 people like this show tonight. So have 33 people didn't like it, and 33 people like it, so it's alright. So let me check on Twitter, on social media. So a lot of time we seen this for last time. So let me double check here. So let me double check. So have a rest Wednesday, and I'll see you guys Friday for Friday SmackDown and so much more. So have a rest week. I'll see you guys Friday for Friday SmackDown and so much more. But this time, peace.